everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, 2 builds 2 days in a row. What's going on here? I don't know. But I felt very inspired all of a sudden yesterday to build in Selvadorada, which I haven't done for the longest time. So, we're basically building a vacation home today, and I am using the new kit. Although it's not necessarily meant for Selvadorada, I kind of wanted to see if I could fit it in here anyway. So yeah, and this is it's built on a 30 by 20, I think, and the house is for 2 parents and also a kid. You could move it to other areas of the world if you want to, or of the world. No, I mean like in another Sims world. Yeah, that got confusing a little bit. Anyway. So if you want to use it for like normal gameplay instead of a vacation home, you can do that. Or if you have the mod that lets you turn Selvadorada into a residential world as well, you can also use it in Selvadorada as a home. But I don't have that mod. I just really felt like building in Selvadorada for a change because it's been such a long time since I have. So ignore the mailbox over on the left side, by the way. That disappears. It's just I have MCCC in my game, so I have to have access to a mailbox so that I can change like the time of day and also the weather. Because once I got my sim here, it was cloudy, and I don't like building when it's cloudy. It's so gray. The lighting is off. Nah, so I changed it. But yeah, that's what we're building today. A vacation home. And it is quite boxy, but like I don't exactly know how to explain this house entirely, so it was inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest, but I only had the building from one angle, and I don't really, like, I only had a little bit of it because it was covered in trees and stuff, so I basically just saw the picture, was like, yeah, I want to build something like this in Selvadorada. So it's not really copied off of a house, it's more like I saw a little bit like 2 walls of the house and thought, yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. So definitely had to improvise like the vast majority of the house, but it's very boxy and like we're putting a lot of boxes together in a way, and which you do with houses normally anyway, but I don't know how else to explain it. You can probably see it once we get to the angle from the pool area as well, what I mean, because like it looks very like boxy, like we're putting, I don't know how to explain it, it's fine. Anyway, moving on, because otherwise I'm gonna get stuck on this. They also have a rooftop terrace that is not, what's it called? Accessible. It's not accessible via a staircase. You have to walk up by a ladder, but I thought that was okay. I wanted to make sure that the staircase didn't take up too much space on the second floor, because the second floor is like, it's very narrow. The whole house is a little bit narrow. I kept it narrow on purpose. So instead of taking up more space and more tiles by using a staircase, I just left in a ladder instead. So it might be hidden a little bit, just like a little bit. I also had to, because when you place down, obviously the rooftop terrace is outside. When you place down a ladder or a staircase to an outside area, it ruins the lighting indoors. So it does that like very, very extremely so, by the way. Like right away, the lighting is just ruined. So I had to close it off in a little square as well. You can probably, like, it's just like one little square, one tile, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it can be a little bit difficult to spot. But everything should be working just fine. Just don't think about how they got furniture up there, and we're good. Like, if you start thinking about that, maybe imagine that it was flown up there with a helicopter or something, because other than that, I can't explain it to you. I don't know how they got a bar on the top floor of this house, but they did, somehow. So overall, I wanted to make a house that was, because I don't like to stick to 2 wood tones, so I wanted to make a house that was using 2 wood tones, and then also white. So that's the majority of the color scheme that we're going for, is this like orangey kind of wood tone that you can see. It happened to match one of the swatches of the new wallpaper perfectly, so I decided to go for that one. And then also I tried to mix in just a little bit of color with the help of one of my favorite, okay, so listen, I know that someone's gonna judge me, but that's fine. Judge me all you want. But one of my favorite wallpapers, or I should say favorite textures on a wallpaper, is actually one of the bb wallpapers. It looks so good. It only comes in like 4 or 5 different swatches, but the texture on that wallpaper is so good. So I do use that wallpaper quite a lot, I want to say, but one of the colors is like a gray greenish kind of color, and I thought that it would be fun to use that as a contrast to the orange. However, they were too different, so I ended up changing it anyway. But that's what that was about before. So I think I ended up going for, as a contrast to this like very orangey kind of wallpaper, I decided to go for gray. It's not super contrasty, but it was either that or a full-on blue, and I was not ready to take that step yet. That was but that would have been a little bit too brave for me personally. So we're gonna have some fun with like contrasting wallpapers at some other time, but it just did not work for this house. I do think the wallpaper, the gray one that I ended up using, is still the bb one. So if you don't like it, you can find another sort of the same color from Spade, for example. I'm sure one of the base game wallpapers also have the same color. It's just that they don't have the same texture. So I like textures. Textures are very important to me when it comes to like items and stuff, especially wallpapers. I just, even though the white that I'm using is not super textured, although I think that one is from Courtyard Oasis, so it does have a little bit on it. The spot, my wrist cracked again. This is the second video in a row. I gotta sit still. Anyway, the wallpaper from Spade, for example, is a little bit too plain with the texture. Like there's not a whole lot going on it. And I like textures. So yeah, yeah, it's a thing. So we're making our own shower stall today as well. You could make the wall divider just a little bit taller than it is right now, but essentially that was inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest like days and days ago, actually. I thought it looked cool. So it looked like, even though I don't think it's necessarily good for the wood that your shower stall is made out of wood. Let's hope that it's like covered in something that protects the wood or whatever. But let's just pretend like it is. But I thought the shower stall looked super cool, so I wanted to see if I could create something like it in The Sims. So that was what that was. I think I sort of did the same on the second floor, but not entirely. I don't fully remember. I guess we'll see, or maybe not. I guess we'll see in the floor plan pictures, because I usually only include one bathroom per video because they're so boring to do. I apologize. I'm very biased when it comes to bathrooms. They're not my thing. So yeah. I do like how the wallpaper here actually matches the color of the awning so well. The awning outside, which is gorgeous, by the way. The awnings are beautiful. Yes, I stand by that. Totally not biased, but anyway. But I like how they match, like, color-wise. They match pretty well. I just have a little bit of an issue finding columns that kind of go with the awnings. So, like, more polished columns that are this sort of orangey wooden tone. So I'm gonna have to continue looking around. Maybe the ones from Get Together, but I wanted chunkier columns for this house. I don't really know why. I just decided that. That was so annoying, by the way. Like, something was not lining up here for the longest time. But these are like, oh, what are they called? Like acoustic, or I forgot what they're called. Acoustic panels or something? So it's something like that. I don't fully remember the name of them, but that's what I was trying to recreate. Because, you know, it's just a nice detail. Instead of using an accent wall, you can place some of those bars from Eco Lifestyle and create this sort of wall that's covered in these acoustic panels or whatever they're called. I like it. I've done it a couple of times by now. So they're different terraces because I knew that I was having a whole, like, I have a whole rooftop terrace that I'm gonna decorate as well by the end of decorating furnituring and stuff. So I knew that the smaller terraces were just going to be like whatever I felt fit with the rooms. So the parents, for their terrace, they have like a small little lounge area. The other terrace, because there's another terrace on the second floor, has a small dining table that can seat 3 people. So they could sit there and like have dinner while looking over the pool if they want to. And then on the rooftop terrace, we'll get to that, but there's a whole lot going on up there. They have a little bit of everything actually up there. So that's just like or that's why the terraces on the second floor are basically just like extra space. So if they can't be bothered walking up the ladder, they can just go to the second floor and sit there if they want to. But I love that couch. I know you can't see it right now because this is a child's room, but I love the couch from high school years, the two-seater that has this like boho vibe to it. It's so cute and it fits in so many situations. So I threw that in there and I feel like it fits with their bedroom as well. So this is the child's bedroom. It's supposed to at least like closely follow the color scheme of the rest of the house, or at least like not sway away from it too much. So there's not a whole lot of orange in here though. I don't remember. Yeah, I placed the accent wall, but then other than that, I couldn't really find items that sort of were in the same color. So that's the thing. But I think overall color scheme wise, it goes very well with the rest of the house. But they have everything they should need in there. Definitely does not look like a vacation home child's bedroom, I will say. But because there's a fair amount of clutter and a fair amount of toys in there, just like lying around. But there's also something super odd about a child's bedroom that is just like neat. There's something off about it, so I didn't want to decorate it like that. But if I was building like a proper vacation home, one that was only supposed to be for a vacation home, I definitely would have toned down the toys just a little bit. Although there's not like a whole lot in there, definitely compared to some of the other children's rooms that I've done before. I like to go a little bit crazy with my with my cluttering sometimes. You've probably noticed. But I just, I don't know. For vacation homes, there shouldn't be any because you bring the toys with you, I suppose, and that just feels off. I don't like to decorate that, so. But yeah, the rooftop terrace, they have a lounge area, they have a bar as well. There's a grill, so I also put a dining table up there, and they have a nice view over, which I've actually included in the screenshots at the end, although it's taken from the pool area, but there's a beautiful view from this lot. It's actually stunning. It's over like a yeah, it's a lot. It's beautiful. So there's a lot of trees. But anyway, I would definitely spend like a couple of hours here, I could imagine, but then I'd probably be a little bit like, okay, too many bugs, too many trees, where's my internet access? The sun is too warm. Yeah, I want to go home. So I'm just kidding. Or slightly kidding. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not good with vacation, okay? I'm actually going to Italy next month for just like a couple of days. We're going to Rome. And I've been to Italy like 15 times or something because I have family there, but I've never been to Rome. So my mom was like, okay, well, I take care of the flight tickets. You look at hotels. And I was like, I don't know anything about Rome. Like, I don't know where anything is. This is gonna be fun. So I think we sorted it out. So yeah, I'll probably film a little bit of that for the other channel, which is linked in the pinned comment, by the way, if you want to check it out. So there'll be a little bit of a Rome vlog at some point, perhaps, but it's gonna be nice to just get away for like, I think it's 5 days total or something, and in October, so it'll be fine, like weather-wise and everything. But yeah, that's happening. I'm looking forward to it. I should probably start preparing soon, actually, because pre-recording for when you're going away takes such a long time, especially when you do builds. So if you got anything you want to see, let me know. Help a girl out with some build ideas, although otherwise I'll just go through Pinterest and do whatever I want. But if you have anything specific you want to see, let a girl know. So as for landscaping, I just ignore my playtester. That was an accident. It's fine. But yeah, as for landscaping, just actually toned it down a little bit at some point because I felt like the plants were a little bit too much. But I wanted it to look just a little bit overgrown, purposely overgrown. So also a lot of vines and stuff on the house itself. I do have to take one of them down because it was sticking into the house though. I forgot that was the thing with that one. But other than that, just, yeah, putting some plants on the house, putting a lot of like overgrown, or giving the landscaping around the house a bit of an overgrown vibe as well. And I think that is pretty much it for this video. So I don't think we're doing anything else. Maybe adding a few furniture pieces around the pool as well, but I think that should be it. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. If you like books, check out my booktube channel, which is also linked in the pinned comment. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
This time it is for real. Oh baby, love me like you did last night. I wanna hold you till the morning comes. Oh baby, love me like you did. Love me like you did. Oh baby, kiss me till I see the light. Like you did last night. Like you did last night. Could it be that I'm lucky to have found someone who is just as crazy as me? Or is it just